Over the past few months, I've been racking my brain to why is it that when people switch to selling funding, they just make ungodly more amounts of money than selling credit repair. And I've had some theories like, are these people getting smarter just by being around me? Didn't think so. But I broke down the numbers and it made sense. So let me show you. If you own a credit repair business and you're looking to scale past the 10K month mark, this video is for you. In this video, I'm going to show you why is it that by simply switching into selling business funding and high ticket services, you can achieve much easier and simpler scale and hit the 50K a month mark and beyond. And I'll share with you exactly how it works. Why is it better than scaling credit repair business? Why is it better than doing credit repair only? So if you don't know who I am, my name is Ayman. And over the past 6 years, I've worked with credit repair business owners to help them scale their credit repair business. And over the past year, I've been looking at credit repair getting tougher and tougher with more competition, low margins. Number two, you're going to work with better clients. Credit repair clients are often financially struggling, and in many cases, they can't even pay your credit monitoring, the $1 free trial. And it's a tough space to be in. And I know that firsthand because I've worked with literally over 300 CROs in the past 6 years. But with funding, you're working with business owners, and business owners only care about results. So they'll gladly pay you 10 to 15% of the total funding amount because they know once they have the money and they have 0% interest funding, they can use that to grow their business faster and faster and make way more money. So it's not even a question. Three, it's easy to scale. If you want to hit, let's say 100 grand a month with funding business, you need 10 to 15 clients every month. With credit repair, you need 1,000 clients per month. That's 33 sales every single day. I'm not talking 33 appointments, 33 sales. You would need a massive team to do that, and it's going to be a headache to manage. Now, here's what we're going to cover on this video. Overview of the system, then how you can acquire customer. I'm going to show you exactly the system that we're currently using for our clients and break it down step by step. And for how to sell it, I'm going to share with you the system that we use to get clients from 0 to 30 grand a month in 60 days. And this is a roadmap that we use to generate results such as this. Some of the results that we've been generating for our clients using the system. This is a $4,200 sale, 20 grand, $3,000, $3,000, $8,000, $20,000 a day, $10,000 a day. I'll keep $9,000, $7,500, $8,000. And you get the idea. So now let me share with you how the system works and how you can implement into your business right now. So the first thing that we do is switch the offer. We want to switch you from selling low ticket credit repair services. We are haggling with the person on the other line for a $99 sale. It's the least leveraged way to grow your credit repair business. And I've talked about this in the other video that you can watch on the link below. So what we do is we install the offer, which is helping you sell 0% business funding. We give you full training on how you can actually deliver all of this to your clients. And then you charge them 10% on the back end. And that could go from anywhere. You get them $50,000, which you get $5,000 off, up to $250,000 or $300,000 for multiple rounds, where you can get $20,000 to $30,000 per one single client. So now let me break to you the system on how we generate those clients for you. We use mainly paid ads. And let's say you spend $100 a day on ads. You're going to get 2 to 3 leads every single day. And let's say out of a month, you're looking to get anywhere from 60 to 90 leads. And let's say you only close out of all those leads 3 to 5 people. That would get you to anywhere from $30,000 to $50,000 a month. Now, this is exactly the system. I have nothing to hide here. We create ads like this that we post on Facebook and Instagram. And then essentially people go to a funnel where there's a video that explains how funding works. We give them a survey to answer so we can qualify them. Once they qualify, we give them a link so they can book a call with you. And then you jump on a quick call with them. And if they have a good profile and they're all good, then you can essentially just like offer them service, take a small deposit, and then make the 10% on the back end. So now that you know how you can run ads directly to get more funding leads, let's talk about like how do you price the service. So there are 3 ways or 3 popular ways that you can get paid when you provide service of 0% business funding. There's the one where you take a percentage of back end. Usually people charge 10% of that. There's the hybrid method and there's the upfront method. I'm going to share each one of them and the pros and cons of each one. So when you do 10% backend, pros are you make the most money on the backend if
especially if you do multiple rounds, you're going to get the most money on back end and you're going to make the most per customer. Two, it is very easy to sell and you're going to have high close rates. The drawbacks, so slow cash flow cycles or slow payback cycles, you're going to have to wait a certain period before the client gets approved and funded so he or she can pay you, which means you're going to front all the money for ad spend and have to wait a certain period before you profit on that money that you spend on ads. Number two, there's the hybrid method. And I like this method the most because it's very similar to the first one, but this one will help you avoid this slow payback cycles. How this method works is we're going to ask for a deposit, and the deposit would range from anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000. You just want to break even and we'll make a slight amount of profit on that deposit, and then you get the rest on the back end. So the pros are you get paid back, you get your payback ads immediately and possibly keep a small profit. You can still make all the highest amount possible because you're still getting 10%, but you just now you're being a little bit smart and paying back your ad spend and making some money so you can have faster payback cycles and better cash flow. Two, it's going to be still harder to sell than 0% down. And the upfront method is where we provide this service and it's $7,000 upfront. This is the best in terms of you making the money as fast as possible and profit on day one. The drawbacks with the upfront payment is it is way harder to sell because now you're asking for all the money up front and you have to be very skilled and they have to trust you before they hand you the money. And you're still going to have the objection of I don't have the money or I don't have the full amount. And then you're going to end up breaking the payment or whatever. But it's difficult to sell. You have to be very skilled at sales and it will play a big role in this position. If you're doing upfront, you have to focus a lot on your sales skills and be really good. Two, you make less money overall because let's say you get him $100,000, but you only ask for $6,000 upfront. Now, instead of making $10,000, you're only making $6,000 and leaving $4,000 on the table. I would recommend if you're a beginner to start with either this or this. And I think the sweet spot overall is this one. Even if you're advanced, you'll still make more money with this one if you just know how to even it out. You just have to know the numbers exactly, how much is it costing to acquire a customer, and you can just make that deposit amount a little bit above that, so that way you're paying all the expenses from that deposit, and the rest you're just it's all profit. So that's how you position the offer.
If you're selling, once you switch to selling funding, I'll show you a difference in terms of ads, and this is the only insight that makes sense, which is if you're selling credit repair and you're selling low ticket, you cannot afford to buy ads and eyeballs profitably, as opposed to when you're selling high ticket products or services. And this will make so much sense once you see it. So let's say you're selling funding, you're going to pay about $3 for someone to click on your ad, and 10% of those people will become a lead. So let's say 30 to 50 bucks cost per lead. Let's say here you're paying $3 to $5 cost per click, and here $30 to $50 cost per lead. Not just an email and phone number, but more of a survey lead. That way you can see their credit score, how much they're making, and all the other details that you would need to know if they're qualified or not. And about half on average would book a call with you. So now you're paying $60 to $100 for someone to book a call on your calendar. And then about 75% show rate, which means you're paying $80 up to $130 for someone to show up and join an appointment with you. And let's say 20% of them close, you're paying anywhere from $400 to $650 to acquire a customer. But you're getting paid anywhere from, if you're doing 10% back end, you're getting anywhere from $5,000 to up to $10,000 to $15,000 a deal. And let's say just $5,000. You're spending up to $650 to acquire a customer that's going to give you $5,000. This is all that comes down to math. If I'm giving you $650 and making $5,000 back, I'm making money. Now let's compare that to credit repair. We paid $1 to $1.50 per click, much cheaper than funding. And you're getting $10 to $15 cost per lead, which is a 10% conversion. And let's say half of them are booking a call. So you're paying $20 to $30 per booked call. Show rate in credit repair is trash, but it's around 50%. So you're still paying $40 to $60 per show up call. And now let's say you're closing 30%, more than 20%. You're still paying $120 up to $180 to get someone that's going to pay you $99 up to $199. Even though it's monthly, we all know that they stick for 2 or 3 months max. So you need to know your LTV and everything. But even if they stay with you for as long as possible, your margins here are very, narrow. Like you're not going to have much cash left over, and you're going to fall into cash flow issues where even if you're making money on the back end, you need to do more volume and you will lose money or break even, and then hope that you're going to make money back on month 2 or 3. Not only that, this client will need one transaction to make the same amount of money that you would need to make by closing 25 people. So not only that he's making more money and more profitable, but it's more efficient too. Because here he's taking 5 calls to close a $5,000 deal. So he's essentially getting paid $1,000 for every call that he takes. Here you're making 200 divided by 30, you're making $66 for every call that you take. Compare that, $1,000 versus $66 for every call that you take. If you want to learn about how you can switch to selling business funding, click the link below and we'll be happy to show you how the system works. And we'll also guarantee you $30,000 in your first 8 weeks or work with you for free until you do. Click the link below.